Hello, this is Fanficton Spot bringing the part 2 of what if Naruto had a gaming system or solo leveling. Please like and subscribe, and without any delay let's get started. Chapter 2, Rules and Friendships. Oh, for the love of... Again. Naruto sighed in mild exasperation. He had just entered his apartment after his training session with Irika-sensei when, much to his irritation, he had discovered yet another plastic bag of dog crap sitting amid the shattered glass of his living room window. Seriously? Twice in one day? Naruto complained aloud. Whoever is doing this has no imagination and way too much time on their hands. Sighing heavily, the blonde orphan made his way to the kitchen to get the unpleasant task of cleaning his living room up out of the way, again. Naruto had no proof, but he suspected that whoever was responsible for the whole dog crap thing was the person who had been harassing him for years, ever since he moved into his apartment at the age of 5. Broken windows, vandalized doors. One time he had even come home to his door busted down and his apartment wrecked. The main problem was that he had no idea who was doing it. Any time this kind of thing happened, he was either at the academy, out doing shopping, or in his bed asleep. Now then, where's that book that the weird box/window thing was talking about? Naruto muttered as he walked into his bedroom. Aha! There, upon a brand new wooden table, was a thick book with the title The Gamer's Guide emblazoned in elegant gold writing on the front cover. People might call Naruto stupid, and it was true he wasn't the sharpest sword in the armory, but it didn't take a genius to connect the dots here. So, this is the book the quest wants me to read. Naruto said as he eyed the book and table suspiciously. Call him paranoid if you like, but books and tables don't generally appear from nowhere. The last time he had just accepted a situation at face value, it had been when he found a bowl of ramen freshly made in his kitchen one day when he woke up. He had spent the next 2 days either sitting on the toilet or barfing his guts up, so once bitten, twice shy is Naruto's motto for strange, unexplained items appearing before him. After staring at the book for a moment, Naruto gingerly reached out a hand and carefully picked it up, half expecting it to blow up or something. What actually happened was that a box/window appeared, floating an inch or so above the surface of the book's cover. When he shook the book, the box/window stayed the same distance away from the cover without so much as wavering. You have acquired the Gamer's Guide? Do you wish to learn this? Y/N. Finally, some answers. Naruto muttered as he hit the Y button. Much to his shock, the book dissolved into a blue light that rather looked like chakra. It swirled around him for a moment before vanishing, prompting another box/window to open. Congratulations! You have unlocked the guide. To open the guide, merely say guide aloud. Guide, Naruto said. A new window opened as the first one closed automatically. Welcome to the guide. Please select a topic from below to view. Introduction Q. Attribute points and attributes. Raising stats. Level. Quests. Flaws. Skills. Reputation. There were a couple more options beneath that, but Naruto ignored them as his eyes were drawn to the first option. Irika-sensei had drummed it into him that the basics were the most important part of a shinobi's skill set, so he had to master those first before moving on to more advanced subjects. Besides, the introduction button had a golden Q sign next to it, so Naruto supposed that indicated the quest objective. Seating himself on his bed, the blonde academy student hit the introduction button, making another window pop up immediately. Now maybe he'd get some answers. Greetings, chosen gamer of this world. If you are seeing this, then Gaia has chosen you to wield this power. Who or what the hell is Gaia? Naruto wondered aloud before he read the next line, which answered his question, sort of. If you don't know who or what Gaia is, then read up about it in the library. More specifically, read about the Gaia theory. That isn't really that important right now though. The most important fact for you to know is that you have been given an ability known as the Gamer Dot. Great. Now this damn box/window thing is giving me homework. Naruto bemoaned. He got enough of that at the academy. The Gamer is a powerful ability, given only to those deemed worthy by Gaia. Across multiple parallel universes, realities, and worlds, only a small handful of people are deemed worthy of holding this power, so consider yourself honored. Yeah, I get it, the damn box power is strong. Naruto groused, now tell me what it can do. Okay. Obligatory impressive speech, over. Now we get to the meat of the matter. The Gamer has the ability to turn repeated actions into skills. It doesn't matter what you can do, fire lasers, swing swords, fly or whatever else. Anything can be turned into skills, even something as mundane as washing the dishes. That's really weird. Naruto's sweat dropped as he read the last part. Washing dishes? Seriously? What the hell kind of weird-ass ability did he have? Almost uniformly, all aspects of the gamer are invoked verbally, as you have no doubt surmised by now. You have at several pages with information and abilities that you can invoke merely by saying the name of the page. First, the status page. This displays several things, your stats and perks, your current level and your current HP and MP/SP/CP, as well as your flaws, special status, inventory and currently equipped equipment. Next is the skills page. This displays all the skills you have learned, as well as their current level, a small description of what they do and their effects. The perks page shows you your current perks and their effects. The flaws page shows you all of the current flaws that you have, as well as their effects, negative or otherwise. The quests page shows you all the quests you are currently undergoing, as well as the quests you have completed in the past. Finally, the reputation page shows you your standing with various people, groups, clans, cities and nations. Naruto blinked at this. It was a lot to take in, but the blonde orphan suspected that this would be very, very useful once he actually knew what the hell all of that blurb meant. There is one final thing to inform you of, gamer. Every single person who receives this power has had one of three reactions. Some choose to try and ignore their power and carry on as they did before they were granted this power. That never turns out well. Some become a force for good or evil using this power. The majority of people who receive this power take this route, although not many survive taking the evil route for some reason. The final route people choose to go is that of the original and first wielder of this ability, survival. Regardless of which path you choose to walk, life as you once knew it is gone, never to return. You could at least sound sympathetic, you bastard. Naruto huffed indignantly. Now, this concludes the introduction. Kindly read the rest of the guide for more detailed information on all that has been mentioned previously. More information will be added as you discover more aspects of your ability. All that is left is for me to wish you good luck as the chosen gamer of your world. The Game Master. Hanzi Han. Naruto sat quietly for a moment and contemplated this new turn to his life. He was still very suspicious, but none of the information he had been given indicated that there was any negative consequences of this ability, except the strong possibility of dying if he became evil or ignored it. To quote his friend, Nara Shikamaru, this was troublesome. Still, there also didn't seem to be any way for him to get out of this. Naruto wasn't sure, but the writing seemed to suggest that this was irrevocable. He wasn't being given a choice here, he had the power, so he had to deal with it. The blonde boy knew he couldn't ignore it. Iruka-sensei had given several lectures about the consequences of ignoring problems. The point being that they tended to bit you on the ass if you ignored them for too long. So, I'd better learn everything I can about this gamer thing, now that I have it. Naruto mused aloud. Course of action decided, he closed the introduction window and was about to hit the stat points and stats button when another window popped up. Congratulations! You have unlocked the guide and received basic answers about your new ability. Quest completion reward, plus 400 EXP. Closing that one, Naruto developed a tick mark on his forehead as yet another one popped up. Quest alert. Scrolling through life, having learned about your ability, you should now check out Iruka-sensei's gifts. Objective, learn at least one of the skills in the books by the skill absorption aspect of the gamer. Quest completion reward, plus 500 EXP, plus 20 Academy Shuriken. Accept. Y/N. Skill absorption? Oh, the book destroying thing? Right. Naruto said as he hit Y, cool. Time to check out Iruka-sensei's scroll. Reaching into his jacket, he pulled out the scroll containing the 3 books Iruka-sensei had given him. Well, 2 books and 1 scroll, but you get the picture. Unrolling it, Naruto carefully unsealed all 3 items, the fast draw technique scroll, the intermediate Heikage style book and the book of exercises. I can't learn the Taijutsu book cause I promised Iruka-sensei, so that leaves, this one. Naruto grabbed the scroll, making the expected window pop up. You have acquired the Hiko-Yoshin fast draw technique scroll. Do you wish to learn it? Y/N. Bet your ass I do. Naruto muttered as he hit Y with his free hand and watched as, just like the guide, the scroll dissolved into blue light before vanishing into him. Hiko Yoshin Fast Draw Technique, Passive and Active, LV1, 00.00 EXP. The Hiko Yoshin, or Flying Leaf Blade, technique is a basic fast draw technique used by Genin-level shinobi of Kana Hagakure no Sato in order to more efficiently draw thrown weapons and use shuriken jutsu. Passively increases users' drawing speed with thrown weapons by 5%. Actively increases thrown weapon speed by 1%. Actively increases thrown weapon damage by 1%. This is so kick-ass. Naruto declared as he fist-pumped in victory. Now for the other one. In short order the book, 101 exercises was absorbed. Rather than give him a skill, however, it gave him a permanent plus 8% EXP increase when he was physically exercising. Congratulations! Scrolling through life, you have learned a technique from the gifts Irika gave you. Quest completion reward, plus 500 EXP, plus 20 Academy Shuriken. Hidden objective completed, learn an additional skill. Hidden objective reward, plus 40 Academy Kunao. Hell yeah! Naruto cheered, this is awesome. After he calmed down from his celebration, Naruto remembered the fact that his window was still broken from the bastard who broke it this morning. With a sigh, he walked out into the hall and opened a largish cupboard, revealing several lengths of wood and stacks of glass. After the first 50 or so times that his window had been smashed by the mysterious vandal, the landlord had told Naruto that as whoever it was that was smashing his window was only doing it to his window, he could fix the damn things. This had been when he was 7. After a crash course in joinery, glass cutting and carpentry, Naruto had been able to make a reasonable-looking window. Moreover, as his window was smashed at least once a week, he got plenty of damn practice at it. Something that Naruto had browbeaten his bastard landlord into doing was that the fat bastard had to at least buy the supplied for him to do the repairs. There. Naruto wiped some sweat from his brow about an hour later. That'll do it, until the bastard breaks the window again. Naruto sighed when 3 windows popped up once he had finished putting away his tools. Skill created. As the result of repeated actions, the skill joinery has been created. Joinery, passive, LV26, 55.68 EXP. Joinery is very basically shaping wood to fit a surface, usually for a house. Requires joinery tools in order to use. Passively increases the success ratio of successful joinery actions by 30%. Passively reduces the amount of wood wasted in joinery actions by 25%. Skill created. As the result of repeated actions, the skill glass cutting has been created. Glass cutting, passive, LV27, 98.10 EXP. Cast in a bad light by cat burglars and the like, the legal use of glass cutting is to cut sheets of glass up, mostly for use in windows. Requires tool, glass cutter to use. Passively increases success ratio of successful glass cutting action by 40%. Passively reduces chance of breaking glass by 10%. Skill created. As the result of repeated actions, the skill apprentice carpentry has been created. Apprentice carpentry, passive, LV15, 36.28 EXP. Basic carpentry has been around for thousands of years and is the most basic form of building that there is that isn't using mud and straw. Apprentice carpentry is the basic building of things without a fine finish. Requires either carpentry tools or joinery tools to use. Passively adds a 5% increase to the success ratio of any action involving the cutting or shaping of wood. Passively decreases the amount of wasted wood from any carpentry or joinery action by an additional 5%. Huh, okay AI. Naruto said slowly, why the heck are these new skills at such high levels? As he thought about it, a possibility occurred to him. All of the skills he had gotten in the last day had almost uniformly been at level 1 and they had either been things he had either done wrong in the past or hadn't paid any attention to. Carpentry, joinery and glass cutting on the other hand were things he had forced himself to get better at and had practiced fairly diligently at, so maybe if he created a skill he was fairly skilled in already, it made the skill at an appropriate level proportionate to how skilled he was at it. It sounded likely, but he had no idea how to prove it. Shrugging, Naruto dismissed the matter and started cleaning up the dust left over from his impromptu construction work. Grrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrr breakfast. Right? Ichiriku's it is. He decided. Naruto hastily finished the cleaning before running out to his favorite eatery. On the way, he noticed that everyone he saw had their name, a level, and a title of some sort floating above their head. Most of them were fairly standard ones like housewife, builder, and the like, but he saw a couple that surprised him. One kunoichi that he saw, with purple hair, a mini skirt, and a trench coat, had the title of Loyal Kunoichi of the Leaf floating above her head as she chomped down a stick of dango. Why would she have that kind of title? Naruto thought. Another odd thing about the woman was that her level was a trio of question marks, which was really puzzling for Naruto, who decided to investigate, discreetly. Observe, he whispered as the window popped up in front of him. Name, Mitarashi Anko, Takubutsu Jonin, LV, dash, dash. HP, dash, dash, slash, dash, dash. CP, dash, dash, slash, dash, dash. Mitarashi Anko is a Takujo in Umbutianai. Hated and feared by the populace and a large portion of the on-duty shinobi forces because of her past affiliation with the traitor Orochimaru. Despite her fanatical loyalty to Konoha, she acts out deliberately to prove that the opinions of the civilians matter nothing to her. Wow. That bites. Naruto muttered as he walked on. She had it almost as bad as he did with the civilians. Heck, she kinda had it worse because of the fact that some of the on-duty shinobi hated her as well. Walking into the ramen stand that was his home away from home, Naruto espied the words floating over Tuki and Ayam. Ichiraku Tuki, LV15. Master Ramen Chef. Ichiraku Ayam, LV6. Apprentice Ramen Chef. Okay, that was about the normal level for a civilian of Tuki's age. Ditto for Ayam. Ninja levels were much higher, with most genin wavering between level 15 and 25, while chinin were from 25 on up. Naruto presumed that anyone who had question marks instead of numbers for their level was a Takujo or higher. Tukiji-san. Ayamne-chan. He called. Oh. Naruto, how are you today? Tuki called from where he was wiping the counter. Heh. Just started a heavy training regime databia. Naruto replied with a confident smile, definitely gonna graduate this time. Ahaha. I hope you do. Tuki laughed. Now, what do ya want to eat? Miso, pork, and chicken, and keep it coming. Naruto declared. Comin' up, Tuki said, getting to work on his best customer's order. How have you really been, Naruto-kun? Ayam asked shrewdly. She knew the kind of things that happened to Naruto and his home on a regular basis. Naruto smiled ruefully at Ayam. Nothing worse than normal, Ayamne-chan. Iruka-sensei gave me prizes for completing a remedial class on evasion, shurikenjutsu, and taijutsu. He did, huh? Ayam said, one eyebrow rising up in surprise. That was nice of him. Ah, here's your first bowl. Eat up. Naruto dug in eagerly. Ramen was truly the food of the gods. Throughout the years, Naruto had never had to worry about being poisoned or beaten while inside Ichiraku's. He did tend to avoid the ramen stand on his birthday, so the place which was so good to him wasn't damaged by his well-wishers. 8 bowls of ramen, and half an hour later, Naruto headed back to his apartment, full to the brim with his favorite food. Much to his relief, his window was still intact. I guess I'd better do a bit more research on this weird power of mine. Naruto mused aloud. Because he never really had any friends, he had developed the habit of thinking aloud. First sign of madness be damned. Guide, Naruto said, making the blue window appear again. So many topics, met. I'll read them from the top down. Saying that, he tapped the button labeled Attribute Points and Attributes, making a window appear. Attribute Points and Attributes. Every time you level up, 5 attribute points are automatically generated, which you can then use to increase your own attributes. Your attributes are representations of your physical and mental abilities. For ordinary people, their attribute points are automatically distributed to their strongest areas as soon as they level up. A person who possesses the gamer, however, can distribute their points themselves, thereby making themselves smarter/stronger/faster than an ordinary person is capable of. Holy shit! Naruto exclaimed. Your attributes are split into 3 categories. Physical, mental, and special. Physical attributes deal with the strength and speed of your body. They are strength, STR, dexterity, dex, speed, SPD, and stamina, STA. STR is the raw physical strength of your body. This determines how much weight you can carry, as well as the base damage you deal out in combat. Dex represents how nimble and agile you are, determining your accuracy as well as attack speed and attack evasion. SPD is how fast you are overall. This determines your movement speed. This stat receives a buff if your STR and Dex are at the same level. Note, locked until special condition is fulfilled. STA represents how sturdy you are, determining a great deal of your hit points, resistances to various status effects and fatigue. The mental attributes represent your mental prowess. They are intelligence, int, and wisdom, WIS. Int represents your ability to learn and reason, especially in problem solving. It determines how much CP you have, as well as how effective your offensive and defensive skills are. Determines your memorization ability. WIS is your common sense, basically. It determines your CP regeneration rate, your ability to read other people's emotions and body language, as well as resistance against mental attacks, pain, and torture. Determines your problem-solving ability. Special attributes are unaffected by your mind or body. They are generally of things that affect you without you being able to affect them, other than raising their attribute points. The only special stat you have access to at this time is luck. Luck is a mysterious thing. It affects a multitude of things, random encounters, monster drops, and critical hits among other things. Naruto shook his head as the information he just read soaked into his mind. This is a cheat skill. If he used this right, he could get stronger than Sasuke team in no time flat. Absently he closed the two windows as he tried to remember the command to bring up the window with his attributes on it. Status dot. Naruto tried and was rewarded with a small window appearing in front of him. Name, Uzumaki Naruto. Class, the gamer. Level, 5 next level, 35.43%. Title, Academy Student, plus 25% EXP to LV10. Age, 12. HP, 700/700. CP, 700/700. STR, 11, -5. STA, 25, -5, plus 10. Dex, 10, -5. Int, 15, plus 5. WIS, 5. Luck. Special status. Passive, plus 5 int, plus 10 VIT, plus, % EXP2. Skill. Passive, plus 100 HP, plus 100 CP per level, Prankster King, passive, minus 15% reputation gains, plus 10 EXP to trap skill, plus 10% EXP to stealth skill. Perks, Benton's Blessing. Outside the box. Flaws, eyesore. Pariah. Headstrong. Attribute points, 7. Uzumaki Naruto is a two-time failure of the Konohagakure Shinobi Academy. Ostracized by the village and his peers for an unknown reason, he nevertheless stands proud, unwilling to let the words and attitude of the villagers get to him. Naruto blinked in surprise. Okay, this was weird. Interesting but weird. Why was his wisdom that low? Was he really that lacking in common sense? He was expecting to not be smart, but this was a bit much. Just about the only decent stat among his attributes was his stamina. Geez, Iruka-sensei was right, I am a stamina freak. Naruto muttered. He turned his attention to his special status. Two of them were unnamed and one even added an unknown amount of EXP to an unnamed skill. The Prankster King status gave him mixed feelings. On one hand, he was pissed that his reputation gains were reduced by 15%. On the other, the bonuses to his stealth and trapping skills were not to be sneezed at. Spotting the attribute points at the bottom, Naruto felt a bit conflicted. What should he do here? Improve his mental stats to be more in balance with his physical stats, or improve his physical stats so he isn't kicked around like a football during a taijutsu spar by Sasuke team. On one hand, getting smarter will make class work easier. Naruto thought, on the other hand, getting physically stronger will make that team stop beating me in a spar, which would really kick ass. Choices. In the end, he decided to level out his STR and Dex at 13, whilst putting the remaining 4 points into WIS. His STA didn't really need any points at the moment and, while low compared to his STA, his int was so-so. As for his luck, he didn't even know what the damn hell it was at. Either it was in minus numbers or it was ludicrously high, probably thanks to that Benton's Blessing perk. Having dealt with that, Naruto then checked out the inventory part of the window. Divided in half horizontally, the bottom half was a series of boxes about the size of Naruto's thumb, while the top half had a paper doll-like figure with various boxes around it. 2 boxes had pictures with the top and bottom halves of his jumpsuit in them, and another 2 had his ninja sandals and t-shirt in them. So these are what I currently have equipped then. Naruto surmised. Let's see. He tapped the picture of his jacket and a small window opened up. Orange jumpsuit jacket. A hideous orange jacket that practically screams "I am here, come get me," to anyone within sight. No one with any degree of common sense would wear this monstrosity as an active duty shinobi. +5 def. -20% to stealth. Gives equipped person the eyesore flaw. Durability, 5/30ths. Oi! What the hell? Naruto yelped, my jacket is orange, comfortable, orange, has loads of pockets and is orange. What more could you ask? Grumbling under his breath, the blonde orphan glared at the window indignantly. Eyesore? What the hell kind of flaw is that? He tapped it impatiently. Eyesore, passive. Your choice in clothing leaves so much to be desired that words cannot sufficiently describe it. -5% reputation. -20% to all social interactions. Additional -10% to social interactions with females. Shit. Naruto slumped. This must be part of the reason Sakura-chan hated him so much. Ino as well, he supposed, but Sakura-chan was the one he was most concerned about. Well. Naruto sighed, I guess I can buy a temporary outfit tomorrow with Iruka-sensei, if the place he's taking me to sells clothes. Another window popped up, leaving Naruto staring at it in deadpan at what it said. Quest alert. Clothes make the man. Discovering the flaw that your current attire gives you, you decide to buy something suitable to replace it the next day when Iruka-sensei takes you shopping. Objective, purchase a new wardrobe to replace your current one. Quest completion reward, +500 EXP, +30 Academy Shuriken. Quest failure, +50 EXP, eyesore flaw becomes permanent. Accept. Y/N. The hell? Naruto deadpanned, this ability gets more and more damn confusing. Screw it. I'll damn well do it. Naruto hit the Y button. Now, most people who know Naruto would be surprised by his quick acceptance of the fact he needed to replace his clothes, given his declared love and devotion to the color orange. His stubbornness and hard-headedness was also something of an urban legend in Konoha. The thing that most people missed was the fact that, while all of that was true, Naruto could change his mind if he saw enough evidence was presented to him. And, given the gamer ability was telling him that his clothes were not only impeding his social interactions, especially with a certain pink-haired Konoichi in training, but impeding his stealth abilities, he was damn well not stupid enough to resist that kind of evidence. Now then, training time. Naruto decided. He grabbed his new Konao and Shuriken holster and strapped it around his right leg before running out to find a free training field. One could never practice enough, after all. The next day, early morning. Outside Uzumaki Naruto's apartment door. Naruto. Iruka called as he knocked on the door. He had arrived to take Naruto shopping and was slightly concerned when he noticed that the window was broken. Judging from the fact that the glass is all on the inside, the window was smashed from the outside. Further, the pattern of the glass indicates that it was something heavy being thrown at the center of the window that smashed it. Iruka's mind analyzed the crime scene very swiftly. Conclusion, a vandal smashed it with a stone. Just then, a bleary-looking Naruto opened the door. He had a wooden clothes peg on his nose and rubber gloves on his hands. Iruka-sensei? What are you doing here so early? The blonde asked. I had some unexpected free time this morning, so I thought I'd stop in and take you to the shop now rather than later. Iruka replied, why have you got a clothespin on your nose? Come in and you'll see. Naruto replied. He turned around and headed back into his apartment. Ojimashime-su. Pardon me for intruding. Iruka muttered as he entered Naruto's home. He took off his sandals and followed his student into his living room, immediately understanding why Naruto had blocked his nose with that clothespin. A bag of excrement was lying on his floor, presumably thrown in by the person or persons who had smashed the window. Judging by the smell, someone had left the contents of the bag to rot and ferment for a week at least. Irika was surprised to see Naruto quickly and efficiently clean up the mess, depositing the bag and its contents over the balcony where the building's bin was located at the bottom and using the correct cleaning products to remove the stain and remaining odor from his carpet, before picking up the shards of glass and depositing them in his bin. That was very practiced. Irika remarked, "How did you get so good at cleaning up a mess like that? The window getting smashed has happened every week or so since I was 7, but the rotten dog crap. That's new, it's only happened for the last 3 weeks or so." Naruto shrugged nonchalantly, "Every single day too. What a pain." Irika was very tempted to march out and find the ones responsible for this. "Do you have any idea who is responsible?" "Nope." Naruto replied at once, "It always happens either when I'm asleep or at the academy. I tried to set traps once, but my landlord caught me and threatened to evict me if I tried to set any." "Could it be the landlord?" Irika muttered. "Nah. He was seriously pissed at me for letting someone break my window." Naruto replied, "He got really pissed when it happened another 49 times in a row. I have to fix the window as well, so it's one hell of a pain in the ass for me too." Irika went still. "Naruto, did I just hear you wrong or did you just say that you fix the windows when they get broken?" The Chunin's voice was surprisingly sharp as he said this, making Naruto blink in surprise as he removed his gloves and clothespin. "Yeah. Watch," Naruto said casually. The scarred Chunin-sensei watched in amazement as his 12-year-old student measured and cut wood and glass with a practiced hand. He acted like he had done this so many times that it had ingrained itself into muscle memory. The end result was, by any standards, a very nice-looking window. It was unpainted and a bit rough here and there, but overall it was very well done for a 12-year-old. "Naruto, remind me how long you've been doing this?" Irika asked in a calm manner. "Since I was 7. Naruto shrugged lazily, as if it wasn't a big deal. "Anyway, now that is taken care of, should we get going?" "Naruto." Irika didn't know what to say here. His student was obviously used to this happening to him, but he felt that it wasn't right to force a boy of Naruto's age to act like a joiner. He decided to report this to Hokage-sama after he had taken Naruto to the shop. "All right then." He nodded at Naruto, "Make sure you have your wallet." "Gama-chan's right here." Naruto took a fat wallet from his pocket. It was green and designed to look like a toad. "That looks stuffed to the gunnels." Irika chuckled, "There should be more than enough in that to get a decent set of weights in that." Do you think it'll extend to a new wardrobe too?" Naruto asked hesitantly. "Naruto?" Irika was surprised. Normally the blonde boy dug his heels in and refused to even consider getting a new outfit. He did love his orange. "It's just, I've been thinking and maybe orange isn't a good color for a ninja to have." Naruto admitted, "But I will have orange when I'm off duty, damn it." Irika chuckled. Even when compromising on something, Naruto still managed to win. "Follow me," he said as he led Naruto out of his apartment. The teacher and student chatted amicably about irrelevant things until they came to an out-of-the-way shop with the sign Higurashi Weapons and Ninja Apparels emblazoned above the door. "Wow." Naruto gaped in awe at the sheer size of the shop. "They must have an entire armory of weapons and stuff here." "Among other things, yes." Irika said with a smile, "Higurashi's is the best shop in the village for ninja tools and equipment. The quality of the custom-made weapons is legendary, as are the regular wares. You'll find some good stuff here, Naruto." "If they'll sell to me," Naruto reiterated bitterly. "They'll sell to you." Irika reassured him, "I've known old Tatsuhiko for years. He's tough, but fair, and has never refused to sell to a customer that I know of." Heartened by Irika's encouragement, Naruto followed him into the shop. Inside, the main floor of the shop was rack upon rack of swords. Katana, ninjato, notaki, tanto, yoroidashi, wakaizashi, chokyuto, kodaki, tachi, and even a handful of zanbato were literally filling the room. A long counter at the back of the room was loaded up with kunao and shuriken, ninja wire and soldier pills of all kinds. A girl who was only a year or so older than Naruto sat behind the counter polishing a kodaki. She had brown hair done up in a pair of buns on her head, steel gray eyes and wore a pink top. A hitayate was tied around her head to signify her status as a shinobi of Konohagakure. "Ah! Welcome to Higurashi Weapons and Ninja Apparels." The girl placed the blade on the counter when she noticed them. "Irika-sensei, it's been a while." "Tenten. You look well." Irika replied, is Guy still driving you nuts? Oh yes. Tenten replied sourly, youth this and burning brightly that. Lee is just as bad. Sounds tough. Irika chuckled, by the way, where's Tatsuhiko? Oyaji's out of town to bring in a new shipment of chakra metal. Tenten said, Kaya-san went with him to make sure he comes back quickly instead of doing a bar trawl like last time. Didn't he get a tattoo the last time that happened? Irika mused aloud, Connie-san's name wasn't it? Yup. Kaya-san was really irked with him for that. Tenten replied with a roll of her eyes, anyway, who is this that you've brought with you? This is Uzumaki Naruto. Irika introduced his student, who smiled shyly at Tenten, he's looking for some weights, as well as a new ninja outfit. Graduation isn't for a while. Tenten said with a frown, though I can see why he needs a new outfit, those kami-forsaken orange monstrosities are barely holding themselves together. Well, excuse me. Naruto grumbled. Ah, don't worry about it. Tenten flapped her hand at him, we'll find you something to replace that outfit. How much have you got to spend? Not including food expenses and my rent. Naruto pondered, about 70,000 ryo. Tenten gaped at him for a moment. That will get you quite a lot. She said at last, which would you like to get first? Weights or clothes? Naruto looked at Irika for advice. Clothes. Irika said firmly, you can then get weights that can be concealed beneath the clothes? What he said? Naruto told Tenten, who giggled. This way then. Tenten led them through a door in the side of the room. The next room was a smorgasbord of ninja clothes and armor. There were racks of the standard Konoha Chunin and Jonin outfit, as well as a great many other uniforms. Where the heck should I start to look? Naruto wondered aloud. Try wandering around and point out something you want to look at more closely. Irika suggested, and Tenten, have you anything new in that you could show Naruto? The girl mused, there was a new shipment of ninja outfits in from a one-time sale in Arashi no Kuni, Land of Storms. I think there's one left. I could pull it out for Naruto-san to look at. Just call me Naruto. The blonde told her, I'm not one for formality. Sure. You just call me Tenten as well. The kunoichi replied with a smile, wait here. She walked into a room off to the side to fetch the shipment she had spoken about. Naruto meanwhile gazed at all of the clothes in the room and felt more than a little overwhelmed by the selection. How was he to choose any clothes from among all of this? It was like giving a starving man a feast. For now, I think you should get something simple to wear for day-to-day wear at the academy. Irika advised, sensing that Naruto was out of his depth, once you get closer to graduation, you can come back and order something to be your standard ninja outfit as a genin. Sounds like an idea. Naruto replied in relief. Now that he had a guideline, he calmed down and began looking. He found a lightly armored shirt that went over a t-shirt that didn't look as if it restricted his movement by any serious degree. It came in 3 different colors, black, dark red and dark green. Observe, Naruto whispered in an undertone. Konoha battle top, Amakusa style black. A standard shirt made for entry-level genin in Konoha. It is lightweight and resilient to shuriken and thrown kunao. Def +7. Durability, 45/45. Okay, this is way better than my jacket. Naruto admitted to himself, I'll get a couple of these, black, of course. Sakura-chan looks good in red, but I don't. And I don't like green. He placed 3 Amakusa shirts to one side and looked through the trousers section, completely ignoring the shorts. No way was he going to look anything like Sasuke team, in his silly-looking toy boy shorts. Konoha battle breeches, Amakusa style black and gray. Standard trousers for entry-level genin in Konoha. Lightweight, it is lightly armored to resist thrown weapons. Def +7. Durability, 45/45. Not bad. 3 of these as well, I think. Naruto thought. Just then, Tenten came back in with a box in her hands. Whew. Took a while to find the one I was looking for. She muttered, damn Oyaji and his bad organization skills. Tatsuhiko always was bad at that. Irika remarked, I'm surprised that Connie-san doesn't lose her temper with him about it. Kaya-san does. Tenten said with a grin, last week she chased him around the house with a frying pan. She's been taking lessons from Nara Yoshino then. Irika shuddered slightly at the mention of the Nara matriarch, so, What have you got in the box for Naruto? Well, it's a funny story that. Tenten replied, the guy who made the set only managed to make and sell 10 or so sets before he died. One of the buyers was my Oyaji. It's a complete set of shinobi armor, designed to resemble regular clothes. The whole ensemble actually provides slightly more armor than the regular Chunin and Jonin outfits, although it is slightly heavier as a payoff. Sounds like an awesome outfit. Naruto said in awe. It is. Tenten confirmed, it even has detachable areas for if you have to visit a tropical area and additional attachable parts for a winter country. I think Naruto would like a look at it. Irika said dryly as he saw Naruto's eyes shining at how adaptable the outfit was. Tenten placed the box on the floor, opened it up and removed a top from it, showing it to Naruto and Irika. Wow! Naruto muttered. The top was a size bigger than Naruto himself. Black, with blue stripes in a simple bar-like pattern. The sleeves stopped just short of the elbows and it came with a blank metal shoulder protector. Overall, it looked kick-ass. I'll take it. Naruto said firmly. Nice choice. Tenten said, do you want anything on the shoulder plate? Naruto detached the spiral symbol from his jumpsuit's left arm and handed it over to her. This please. He told her. Interesting. The kunoichi muttered, what is it? Jiji told me it's my clan symbol. Naruto shrugged, to know who the Uzumaki were, but I'm the last of them. I see. Tenten looked a bit sad at that, so you're an orphan too? Naruto looked surprised by this question. I'm adopted. Tenten explained, seeing the look of confusion on his face, Kaya-san can't have kids, so they adopted me from the orphanage. Oh, yeah, I am. Naruto replied, tough, isn't it? Yeah, well, I'm good now. Kaya-san and Oyaji love me like a real daughter. Tenten said with a fond smile on her face. I'm happy for you. Naruto told her honestly, now, how much does this outfit plus the 3 shirts and trousers come to? Let me see. Tenten did a quick mental calculation, 35,000 ryo. Huh. Cheaper than my jumpsuits. Naruto commented. What do you mean? Irika asked curiously. For 3 jumpsuits at Old Man Hasegawa's, it costs me 50,000 ryo. Naruto replied. Why that? Tenten seethed, how dare he actually charge money for those hideous excuses for clothes. I'll tell Oyaji about this. What can he do about it? Naruto asked curiously. He's the chief of the Konoha Ninja Suppliers Guild. Tenten explained, he always cracks down hard on people who sell cheap crap to the shinobi forces or academy students. And Hasegawa isn't a registered member of the guild, so he's in deep shit. Het. Serves him right. Naruto smirked, ah well. These will do for now. Next is weights, I think. Yeah. Got just the ones. Tenten reached into her pocket and pulled out what looked like 4 black sweatbands. Sweatbands? Naruto asked with a sweat drop. Nope. Tenten shook her head, they have special fun on them that allows you to alter their weight. Theoretically, you could make them as heavy as a mountain, though you wouldn't be able to move. Irika-sensei. Naruto asked dubiously. She's not tricking you, Naruto. The scarred Chunin told him, most Chunin use chakra weights very similar to them for training. 4 of them, Tenten. If he wants to improve his body equally, then he has to have 1 for each limb. Tenten pointed out, Lee only has 2 that he wears on his legs, but he does ridiculous weight training for his arms to compensate for that. This way, Naruto can train his arms and legs equally. True, but they are expensive. Irika countered, a set of 4 costs 50 to 60,000 ryo. As he's purchasing the last of a stock item, I'll discount it down to 40,000. Tenten offered. Done. Irika shook hands with her, Naruto, pay her. Sighing a bit, Naruto took out Gama-chan and counted out his spare cash, all 70,000 ryo of it, into Tenten's hands, plus an extra 5,000 for the rest. Thank you for your purchase and please use Higurashis for all your ninja tool needs. Tenten rattled off on automatic, Naruto, could you write down your address here so I can deliver the shoulder plate once Oyaji's engraved the emblem onto it? Sure. Naruto scribbled the address down on the proffered piece of paper. Oyaji and Kaya-san won't be back until the day after tomorrow and he'll take his time with the engraving, so you won't get it for at least a week. Tenten informed him. Met. It's going to be my ninja outfit once I graduate, so it's fine. Naruto assured her. Graduation wasn't for another 8 months or so the delay wasn't significant. Right then. Naruto, do you have a sealing scroll? Iruka asked. Just the one you gave me, Iruka-sensei. Naruto took it from his pocket. Do you remember how to seal things? Pulse a very small amount of chakra into the seal in order to seal or unseal anything. Naruto quoted, the larger the item or the more items you are trying to seal, the more chakra is required. Well, you do listen. Iruka marveled, only use slightly more chakra than normal for sealing this lot, alright. Right. Naruto touched a finger to the paper, which Iruka had stacked with the clothes, and channeled the smallest amount of chakra he could into it, making the clothes vanish in a small cloud of smoke. That was cool. Tenten remarked, most people have to use their whole hand to do that. Me included. If I use my whole hand, the scroll implodes. Naruto shrugged, I have so much chakra that it can't be controlled easily. Hell, the whole leaf exercise thing doesn't work because the leaf shred itself as soon as I touch it with chakra. Seriously? The bun-haired girl asked in disbelief. Naruto held out a hand to Iruka, who sighed, took out a leaf and gave it to him. The blonde placed it on his forehead and, as he'd explained, the leaf was shredded into tiny pieces. Have you tried tree climbing or water walking? Tenten asked after she recovered from her shock. They are more advanced chakra control exercises that you don't usually learn until you're a genin, but it looks like you'll have to start from the top down. Naruto looked at Iruka. Sensei. I'll have a word with Hokage-sama. He replied, normally, academy students are discouraged from learning anything that advanced unless they're from a clan like the Hyuga, but I think he'd make an exception in this case. Yadadatabia. Naruto cheered. Today rocked.